Right, Jeff, I see you've been busy yesterday. You've been shaping the outside now of these supercharger bodies you've been working on. And so how have you done that then? How have you added that
on
curve?
The rotary table?
Yeah. You're saying you've used this?
We've modified this. It's got an inch bore and it goes
in there.
It slides into the hole we've bored for the rotors.
Yeah.
And then with a long cutter.
And then it can rotate around that centre.
Yeah, I can't get it twice, so what I've had to do is tip it the other way.
Okay,
and then it's left. It's left a very
slight line.
Mark there.
Oh, that's nothing.
It's not. The trouble is, if it had gone in a bit more, then it leaves a slight mark there.
Somewhere else you can't win.
It's just where.
Well, it looks pretty good to me. You know, but you were saying you are going to now do some more.
We've got a 10mm ball grooves cutter.
Yeah.
So we're going to set it up on the horizontal, and like we did with the barrel all the way around, we're going to go round
and mimic that same style. Yeah.
But we're not going to break through. We're going to leave it so it looks like it's got a web across the top.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so it'll be like dead end, and then it starts again.
So it'll have about 4 grooves.
And the reason for that, of course, is because you've got a hole now. If we just turn it round, you've got a hole there, so you don't want to go too deep at that point.
So we don't want to break. They're our dowel holes.
Yes.
So obviously
you can't machine through there. Okay, good stuff. Now that's one of them. Have you got? I see you've done. You've done them all. You've done
them all. I'm done the stages.
Yeah, let's have a look here. Look, pretty out of focus now, but 1, 2, 3 down there, and 4. So you've been very busy. Yeah. Okay, so what's next then?
Dig a cellar, I think.
Yes, yeah, but apart from that,
more room. The next stage actually is to. I've just got the dowel hole sorted. I'm going to make. I've got to do the end plates.
Yes.
But I need about a week on the miller where I don't have to
be disturbed. Yeah.
And if someone comes in and says, "Can you just do this?"
Like me,
I've got to switch off when you do it.
Yeah. So it's quite a complicated process.
But they're all, they're
getting there.
The only thing is that still on?
Yes.
Oh right, it's still on. The only thing that we've got to do is getting the dowel holes back in this side now is going to be extremely difficult. So what I want to do is make a template up on the miller, and then I'm going to put 2 centre holes in it. I'm going to machine 2 pieces of aluminium, mill them off so it actually fits into the end case with our 2 dowel holes in a plate, and then I can mark them.
Yeah.
And get the dowel holes in.
So it's difficult because you've got one dowel hole at one end, but you need to get it precisely.
To do one end,
but to get the other end
now
equally precisely in line is not easy.
To get them now exactly in the right spot there.
I mean, I thought you just drill a hole all the way through, but I guess you don't want to do that.
You're running out.
You're running out of room.
The scope.
Okay.
The odds of drilling a hole all the way through there and getting it smack on each end is
small.
Is very
well. It's okay if you've got a brand new CNC machine, but you haven't. So
not even a CNC machine will do it. They're all going to, over a certain distance, all machines are going to run out.
Yeah. Okie doke.
I'm sorry to say.
Oh well. Right, okay then. Well, I'm going to go home now. I'm going to see the dog, so we'll leave you to it, and we'll come back another day and hopefully see those end cases all done and the whole thing together. Okay, so here we are in Jeff's workshop once again. I've got my usual big cup of tea, and Jeff's been busy, and we've got mine. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. Let's just pan there. Look, there's 4 supercharger cases all now been shaped, and now I think you're working on.
They've all been. Well, they're all. Ooh.
What?
Drill. Well, that's.
Well,
we started drilling them all.
Yeah. So let's look at this one here, because that's the one that's in focus right now.
That's our test pit. That's our mandrel.
Oh, it's a mandrel.
Yeah.
I thought it looked a bit odd. Yeah.
Well, when with having the dowel holes in, I can tap these on and I can put them in the pit.
Right. So you've used these.
And then tap the drill through them.
Yeah.
To mark
as I recall, you did say that the problem you had was trying to get 2 holes or 2 holes in both ends of these.
I'll explain how we're going to do that.
Let me just separate this up.
It's not easy to do.
Yes, I know. We actually talked about it last time, so let's just bring this into play. Oh, here we go. Look, we've got a hole there. Is that in focus? Yeah, that's in focus. So we got these 2 holes you drilled so far.
Them dowel holes are correct with the 2 bores and the parallel right through. They were all done in situ.
Okay.
But the problem we get when we go to this side
is to get them to
set that up now and put 2 dowel holes in that. That's perfectly in the middle.
Yes.
To get to half a thou. Let's say half a thou. To get that to within half a thou of them, you'd be very, very.
Yes. Yeah. We mentioned it a while ago. Yeah.
So what we're going to do?
You've got this template almost.
I think we've shown we've machined our 2 aluminium discs up.
Yes.
Well,
yeah, we saw that well.
And we're gonna machine them.
Yes.
I can
So
grab that pen.
these fit inside here.
They've got to be machined.
Okay.
What I've got to do.
Yeah. If we
Because
find your pen.
eventually,
Let's get your pen.
what we've got to. Oh no, the marker pen.
Oh, marker pen.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Right. What we've got to do is machine them to size and then mill off
Yeah.
2 sections like that.
Yeah.
Mill off 2 sections.
Yep.
They then are going to be the hole in. We've got to get them then in line with them 2 holes because it's got to be perfect. So what we're trying to do is duplicate it so it all drops in there, and then with our
These are precisely
drill,
aligned.
then we can mark the 2 dowel holes and all the bolt holes off
And
the
that
end
then
plate.
positions this end plate exactly.
Yeah.
Hopefully, and then you can drill.
It'll
all of the
slide
holes.
into them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do it. So we've made that up. We're going to drill 3 holes in that. Now what we've got to do is we'll drill 3 holes in that on the rotary table.
Yeah.
We'll bolt. Well, we can bolt the pair of them on, and then in the lathe, what we can do is we can machine that and the centre hole in one so that they're smack on.
Yeah.
Then with 2 mandrels, we can then slot them on there once they're machined off.
Yeah.
And then drill that, and then they'll bolt to that. And then we
Hopefully.
can do it.
So that's a lot of work just to get some holes that are aligned.
In anything, if you were making loads,
Oh yeah, you'd set some-
making all these mandrels and things, it pays off after a while. For a one-off,
which is why you're doing 4 of them.
It's
Now let's just move this out of the way.
time-consuming.
So let's move this out of the way, and let's move this out of the way. Because over
Right,
here, let's
so-
just move that back. I see here you've been busy, and this looks like. This
Oh,
looks
hang
like-
on. Let's get before we get.
Go on
Let's keep that one.
Let's keep them in 2 to 2.
I've got everything written on.
Yeah, 2 to
that's
2.
it. Right.
And this is a 3,
That's number 3. So
the Mark III version. So let's just look at this because this looks like it's had.
that's tapped on actually.
Oh, it's
on the
tapped on.
dowels. That's on the dowels already.
Right, yeah. I mean, it feels like it's on. So this is kind of like the end case.
Yeah.
And you've been busy with markers and stuff.
What we did in our, we found that,
Yeah.
and that 2 of them
Yeah.
covering the bearings. It makes it look like something from the 30s or 40s.
Victorian era.
Victorian era. Don't
Yeah.
bother, mate.
Yeah.
It makes it look really.
Retro.
But to find something like that,
yeah.
I haven't a clue what that's off. It's off some old machine
Heating
or
system or something, or
some drain
some
plug
pipe
or
work. Well, I see
blanking
you've
plug or
got
something.
over here. You've got a little bit of
So
stock here.
that's the only bit of brass I've got there. I've
brass.
got a hole through it.
Okay, so maybe you can make a few of these with that.
If that I could make a couple.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And I also see that you've been marking off
where we're
some
going to mill
sort
it,
of design there, so it's going to be a bit retro.
So where the bolt holes go,
Yeah.
they're a bit wide then. I may just go to about 1/4 wide. That's about 10. And I'll just go in with a small cutter and out and just take out like it'd be like little slices of cake.
Yeah. Okay.
Cake.
Cake. That
That's
sounds
just
good.
reminded me.
Yeah. And again, that's just because it looks better. It's not because it's has to be like that.
Right.
Yeah. So that's kind of how things are going on now. So we'll come back next week and we'll see it.
Do you need any more info? No.
No, I'm pretty good. I've got my cup of tea here. I'm quite happy.
If anyone out there can tell me how to finish him off, please.
Yeah.
Write in.
No, you'll just get questions. Okay, so that's progress to date, and we'll come back next week and see how your end plates are getting on.
I'm just drilling at
So
the
let
minute.
me
I'm
put
sure
them
no
back.
one wants to see me drilling.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Anyway, so that's progress, and we'll come back next week and see how these end plates are getting on. Okay, Jeff, I see you've been busy last few days, and here are those fixtures or fittings that you were working on last time we were here as a way of trying to accurately drill.
Well, we've got our mandrels. What we've got to do is bolt the board now, and they actually fit smack on.
Okay,
with
so
our
let's
2.
just look at that.
We've actually got 2 of them now that fit perfect. Oop, saying that.
Obviously they won't
There we go.
together.
Yeah.
So you've now got to...
So what we've got to do
Slice
now is to sit them on.
Yeah.
We've got to slice them
Yeah.
so they both fit on.
Yeah.
And then bolt them to that whilst the mandrels are still in.
Yes.
They could stay in, and then that'll slot into our
Okay, so let's
body.
just see that. Let's move that number 4 out of the way. And we can
It doesn't really yet.
see that.
Once that's bolted to that,
Yeah. So that bolts to that.
that then will tap in
Yes.
just nicely, and then what we can do is set it up on the machine and drill it. We can then go through all of these holes with a marking drill and then our drill for
Right,
threading.
so effectively you've already drilled these,
Yeah.
so
Well,
that'll help it. You'll put this on there and inside, that then will slide accurately
on there.
And then you know it's central, you know it's all where it should be.
We know, yeah, we
And
get
then-
the 2 dowel holes done.
Yeah, and then once you've done that, you can
Yeah.
drill and tap the bolts, holes that...
I mean, the ream, I've got a drill that fits snugly into there because we can't start it off with the reamer.
No.
So what we're going to have to do is mark it with the drill. Make sure that the drill's all square. Once we've marked it, we can then go in with the, I think it's 7.7 drill, 7.7 or 7.8.
Yeah.
We can go in with that and then use the reamer. And then hopefully that'll tap on there and then we can...
Bolt it on. And
yeah.
the reason why it's got to be so bloody accurate is because, let me just flip round and we'll see what's going to happen inside here. So just a minute, and let's just go over here. And I'm going to show you that Sprintex. Oops, that's right, walk into something. No, here.
The bucket. Oh.
Here we have, let's just refocus. Okay, so I've just zoomed in a little bit. Here we have a semi-completed Sprintex blower. You can see here the 2 lobes that spin round and actually cause the thing to...
They call them the bores, the cylinders,
bores.
I don't know what
yeah.
is the correct terminology.
And these spin round at quite a rate. We're talking, what, 10,000, 15,000 RPM?
Well, these probably, a blower this size probably about 12, I would imagine.
12,000.
Something 12-ish.
And they interlock very accurately, such that obviously the air that gets compressed and the blower works. But that means that these 2 points here, which they spin on, these 2 centres have to be absolutely spot on. And it's that you're trying to get right.
It's the centres and the... Once you've got your dowel holes and them centres right, everything else should
But that's
fall
why,
into place.
That's why, let's find it, that's why all of this here is being done. That's why all of this malarkey is being done, to get the holes absolutely central, and we know then that the lobes are going to spin okay and not interfere with each other, not lock up and so on. Right, Jeff, this exhaust pipe looks kind of familiar because I think I saw it last week on your kid's bike in his workshop, and now it's been taken off and it's sitting on this, well, second engine I guess, this sort of spare engine. Why is it here and why is it upside down?
Well, we've used a spare set of cases as a jig.
Right.
Rather than trying to set it up on the bike, our Les, he was trying to get one pipe tacked up and clamp it and then take it to the welders.
Yeah.
And it's only got to move a fraction and it can be a mile out.
Yeah, if you move it a millimetre here, over there it's going to be 5 mil.
So what we're doing is we know our position of our number 1. We set a little jig up in our point. So he's told me where this has got to go.
Okay.
So
let me just
if I go and grab
walk across and we can see that. Little marker there. Look, there's a plate bolted to there's a plate bolted to the engine case, so you can see where it's going to go. Okay.
I'll just come past.
There you go past, and we'll
see that one has got that fits snug on there.
Yeah.
The original one wasn't in line.
Right.
Even that now is not
quite there yet.
It's
not far off.
It's not far off, but what we need, I've got to keep filing this down because it needs that minimal off. It needs about a mil and a half off it, so it's smooth. Then actually we can slide that one forward.
All right, so it can move a little bit, can it?
We've got a bit of scope to bring that forward.
Okay. As long as all the rest of them are also
but it means we may lose a little bit between the 4 pipes at the end.
That's okay. I mean,
there's a
got to be
compromise.
He's got his race shock rocker arm down there, hasn't he? So
with no more tubing, and to get that, if we leave that there, it means we're going to have to cut that and weld another piece of tubing in, which
no, you don't want to do that. Well, I mean, that much not to me.
We can compromise a little bit with it.
So looking at that then.
So
your job then is what? You're going to just keep on.
Well, I need to
cutting and filing.
I need this to go down so that I've got my little. It's not far off now.
No, let's just go around that side. We can see it. Yeah.
It's actually, it may be a little bit a touch more, and then
you'll be there.
What I usually, I'll just put the straight edge on it until it sort of goes. Once it's just scuffing that. This is on rubbers. There is a fraction of give in it, you know, even that there's got a tiny bit of flex in it. So,
okay, so just zoomed in on this clamp, and you're saying normally this would be on rubber mounts.
Well, it will be when it's on the bike.
On the bike, but right now it's got solid mounts on it.
So we know everything, it's all clamped.
You don't want this moving around as you're...
Well, what we need to do is obviously we need to get this first one intact, and then we've got our datum point then we can level up with. What I need to do is make a couple of little bits up to hold them while you get a tack on them.
Yeah. Okie doke. So that's what's going on with that, and that's why it's here. Look at that there. And hopefully it'll all fit when it's back on the bike.
Well,
okay, Jeff, here we are now a few days later. I see you've been busy with this exhaust system. You've now got these 4 in line, which is good.
what we've got is...
Oops.
That shouldn't move, it's on the rest in there.
Yeah.
Taking a notice of that.
Yeah, give that bit.
What we've got is, we've got this one in now,
Yeah.
square, and our joints done. So what we've got to do now is position all these with an equal gap.
Yes.
I've not spoke to him yet. To get them in a line level, they're all different angles. So the only thing we can do is have them going up as they go to the back, which then they remain flat. It's very difficult to get them all
spot on
how you want them.
Yeah, well, he can decide that, can't he, I suppose, when he comes back from his holidays.
So that's, we're still on.
Yeah.
So what we're doing now is, once we've got these right, I can then get these to the right length.
Yeah.
What I can do is I can get these welded on. What I want to try and do is get all the joints all the same here.
Yeah, the same place.
It's awkward to do at the back here, but then that's underneath. You don't really see that. You only really see one side at a time. But
so I take it you've got some little plug in there, have you, to hold them in place?
At the minute, there's just
a temporary little plug.
just so I can get the work done. There's just, I've just slid, I think, in one of them. You're probably seeing that one if I take it out.
See it there, yeah.
It's just a bit of tube.
Just to hold it, yeah.
Because it holds it in the perfect place while you're setting up.
Okay, so that's progress so far. But you're also working on another exhaust pipe right now over in the corner, so let's go and look at that next.
Put that there.
Okay, yeah, so over here on the bench you've got your Honda CB7772, whatever. And
72, 400, stroke 305.
whatever it once was.
Hybrid.
Yeah, going to be supercharged with your one-off billet block. And I see you've been making your downpipes to that as well.
Well, while I was doing that, I set the welder up, and I've welded that one.
Okay, we can't see that.
Yeah, that I'm not happy with that. It's welded, but I blew a little hole in it there, and I didn't purge them, but I've had to get the file and clean them out inside.
So have you welded this piece onto that? So that's just machined.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had to jig it, but that stub will be on that side, so you really
can't see it.
You
can always linish it down anyway.
I can't really weld them to I can't do the final ones here. People are probably wondering why they're stuck out like that. Well, I've got the frame tube. That's not our frame tube at the minute, but it's a bit bigger than what it is. But it comes at an angle, so I've got to make sure
you got clearance
that it swings out. And I can't finish these off really until the engine's in.
Is in the frame. Yeah.
Plus on the other side, well, it'll still work on this side. There's a magneto drive.
Okay, which you've also got to clear.
Yeah, and that will probably be virtually. Obviously there's going to be a pulley about there.
Right.
So I may have to fabricate until that's on. The pipe has to come round and clear the pulley.
Yes.
So there's a fair bit of, before I finish the pipes, I can't.
Yeah, you've got to get the engine in the frame.
I've got to make sure. All that's clear.
Okay.
So.
Well, at least you've made some progress anyway. Okay, and with that, I think it's time for some more tea. So we'll call that a day. So thanks for watching this particular vlog, and we'll see you again in a week or two next time.